Hi Pisces, welcome to your new moon in Leo reading for August 16, 2023. You have the moon card as a for the 2 weeks as a theme. This gives you a no answer. For me, the moon is very much that we don't see things clearly. And there's this sort of psychological thing that, our fears can play tricks on us a little bit. And these fears come from the deep subconscious. And they come up around the moon. And when you look at your fears, they can change. They can no longer have a hold on you. It's also your intuition, secrets, dream world, instinct, hidden cycles. The hidden, right? That's what I mean by things are a little bit hazy. You don't quite know. You can't put your finger on it. You can't make that decision yet. You don't know. You don't know all the... Or fear will stop you from making a decision. It's that kind of energy. But it can also just be your intuition, right? Maybe you have very, very strong intuition. Says no, but it's not my no card. The Hierophant for me is my no card. So... that's superfluous. You take that the way you want. Okay, King of Cups here. That is my Cancer card. The moon is associated with Pisces, so there is a watery energy here. This is somebody who's highly psychic. They're very stoic on the outside, but they have a lot of feelings on an internal level. You may be dealing with somebody like this, or this could be you. They are the calm in the storm. These people are mastering their emotions, or have mastered their emotions, depending. But it is the adult version, so they have mastered, or that's their gig this time around in this life. This is my entrepreneur card, and they're stoic. They may not show their cards. It can be information or messages that come in from this person. This is my messenger card, plain and simple. And it can be information or messages that kind of stir things up. This is a very erratic energy. It can be passionate, right? It can be about passions, meaning something that you are passionate about, something that you'd like to do. Then again, it's my entrepreneur card, so it might be something that you'd like to get a business started, and there's some information, and you don't know what it's gonna, what's gonna happen, or how it's gonna look, or how you want. It can just be those beginning phases, kind of thing. With the moon, the fears come up so that you can deal with them. Better to do it in the beginning. Yeah, so you are behaving like the King of Wands, which is an adventurer. He is the... Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. There's no one in front of him to compare himself to. They go in first, right? It's an adventure. It's the adventurer. They are great at managing people. So you might be managing people or a situation. You can have nice creative ideas. These are the idea people. But in any case, you're behaving as an Aries. That goes well with the entrepreneur, I think. This is walking away from something on an emotional level, things that maybe are no longer bringing you the happiness that they once did. It's about putting your energy behind something else, something that will bring you what this no longer does, right? We've built up these emotional cups. We've built up something, and it once gave us pleasure, but now we're moving on, and we're moving up with the Eight of Cups, because we know we can do better. We know we can have more. We can strive for excellence. That's the Eight of Cups card, but it is a bit with a heavy heart. Although I must say that the King of Wands is somebody who really looks forward. They're not people who look back on things, and so that's kind of like turning your back on things that no longer bring you the pleasure that they once did, and just moving forward. It's like, okay, that's the end of that situation. Let's move on to something else. Nice. You have the Ten of Cups here, which is emotional maturity. It is something to be grateful for. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's happy home. It is happy life. Emotional fulfillment. But that's all because you've had faith. You've worked through your problems. You've worked through some difficulty, and now you're at the end of a cycle, ready to begin something new. But in any case, it's simultaneous, right? That's the frequency of 10. But there is emotional fulfillment here. So we're moving towards that, right? We're putting a lot of energy. 8 is power, a lot of power behind moving towards, and this can have something to do with home and relocation. That's also possible here. Page of Swords. Getting clarity. Now, this is also my Taurus card, but this is clarity. So you have some people cards around you. You have some court cards, so you can have a few different people around. But the Page of Swords is like the detective card. He wants answers. He's going to get answers and clear those cobwebs from his mind. And that seems to bring you some sort of emotional happiness. Maybe there's something new that you want to learn here with that Page of Swords card. If you were unsure about something, this is my detective card, so you're going to go online, you're going to check out these people maybe, or see what they're all about, that kind of energy. Okay, this can be somebody, like I said, this is someone who is in charge of they're mastering their emotional. And part of that is pivoting, right? Seeing what is still good, what is still standing. These can be regrets, things that didn't go well, things that, you want to leave behind now. This is an emotional imbalance that pushes us to find balance, which we do seem to get here. But there can be some messages or some information that can cause a turn of emotions or cause some regrets or some pain, that sort of thing. It can also be getting that emotional balance. Okay, you've been through the ringer, Pisces. The 9 of Wands are an accumulation of our experiences. And this is the Walking Wounded card. And so he's been through a lot, right? We're at 9, almost the end of a cycle here. And he's got the scars to prove it, right? He's got the headache to prove it. And so we're kind of a little bit on the defensive. But you can also be, and especially with this card, so we're going 9, 10, right? You can be on the precipice of what you've worked so long and hard for, which could be a new adventure. But you are coming to the end of some struggle. You're just not willing to take on more struggle, and so with that Page of Swords, maybe you want to really do your detective work and really clear the questions you have in your mind. It may not be time to act just yet. The 8 of Swords is sort of an imprisonment of the mind, and that's where that Page of Swords comes in. Like, we don't have all the answers, so we're going to look for them. Or we feel like our hands are tied with the 8 of Swords. But this card is saying that if you wait for the situation to turn in your favor again, you will have the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that you have been hoping for. Because these are the minor details to this, right? So it's kind of waiting for things to fall into place a little bit. Negatively aspected, though, that Ten of Cups can be seeing things through rose-colored glasses, and you don't want to do that in this case, and that's why that Page of Swords comes out. You want to see things very clearly, brushing away the questions and the clouds you have in your mind, because you feel like you're kind of in a holding pattern at the moment, and you feel like there isn't much you can do. But I got to be honest, with that Ten of Cups there is some kind of happy ending, because it is my happily ever after card, and I think that's maybe what we're searching for, and working towards, right? But it can have something to do with home and hearth. Now you have the Moon card, so again, this is the card of kind of not knowing, but that's what this means. The Page of Swords is sort of like, well, if I don't know, let me find out. What does Spirit want you to know? Well, you have the unknown, so you're probably not going to know. But this is about divine faith, and that's the Ten of Cups. So even in your not knowing, you could have just the feeling that everything's going to work out fine. This is not a normal tarot card, so I'm just going to read to you what's on the card. It is an extra card in this particular deck. The negative side of this is egotism. So where would we find that here? Well, the King of Wands can have a rather large ego, because that's what gets him up and out and doing the pioneering work, right? The adventuring kind of work. Openness. That's this card, right? We're a bit closed off, even this card. So it's asking us to open. A reticent. That's definitely this card. And the Nine of Wands. That's reticence. Absolutely. Curiosity. There's the King of Wands, right? And even this Knight of Wands. Curious about something. Let's check it out. Let's find out what's going on behind what's going on. So the curiosity is there. And what does that say? Shielding. I couldn't read that. It's shielding ourselves. It's also that Nine of Wands, where we're kind of like putting our defenses up because we don't see it. We don't see everything quite clearly yet. That means that you can be in a protective spiritual box. And remember, divine faith here. So that goes along with the Ten of Cups and this card, which is a sort of a protective spiritual box. So things are still a little bit unknown, but we are at least having an adventurous spirit here. And we might hear some information from somebody that might help to clear up some things. But we still have the Moon here, which means that don't let your fears get a hold of you. If you are in a holding pattern, wait for things to turn in your favor if you can. And do what you can do, which is with that Page of Swords, you can be looking into things. You can be doing some detective work. Okay? All right, I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon in Pisces. So hopefully that's our moon, and that will reveal some of this, what is unknown to us. Okay, thanks for listening. I will return. I appreciate it. Take good care.